So we read in Mark about the story where Jesus walks on the water and meets his disciples who are in the boat struggling against the wind and the waves, and they're terrified of him. Mark says they were utterly awed, utterly astonished by him. But then he says this fascinating little sentence. He says they were utterly astonished because they did not yet understand about the loaves and the fishes because their hearts were hardened. Whoa! What happened was supposed to upgrade their understanding of Jesus so much that when he walks on the water, they are not surprised. But Mark says it's because their hearts were hardened that they couldn't take it in. They didn't have space. There's another passage where Jesus says, you don't have room in your hearts for my word. So the state of a person's heart, your and my heart, is massively important in terms of our understanding coming to the right conclusions. Through the loaves and the fishes experience, they were supposed to internalize a deep truth. Their view of daily life was supposed to shift based on their experience of Jesus. When I walk with Jesus, I have everything I need to do God's will, even if Jesus has to bend the laws of nature to provide it. Of course he heals all the sick who touch the hem of his garment. Of course he multiplies food so that no one here has to go hungry. Of course he restores the outcast. Of course he lifts up the fallen. And of course, when I'm honest with him about my level of unbelief and say, please help my unbelief, I want to believe, he helps. So that's it. That's the truth I think we're supposed to internalize. When I walk with Jesus, I have everything I need to do the Father's will, even if Jesus has to bend the laws of nature to provide it. And I'm to pray that way, think that way. Right after the scene, he goes ashore and all the sick are crowding around him and everyone who touches his garment is healed. And then the Pharisees come and they criticize his disciples for not washing their hands. And they're like, how's come you don't follow the traditions of the elders? And he looks at them and says, for the sake of your traditions, you violate God's commands. Don't y'all understand? It's not what you eat that makes you unclean. And the disciples go, can you explain to us? And he's like, you guys still don't get it either? Oh my word, you guys, really? It's the difference between being smart, being intelligent, and being wise. And wisdom has a lot to do with a healthy heart and not quite as much to do with a high IQ. All righty.